Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your brief but insightful full moon in Virgo reading for the full moon happening February 19th. I am channeling messages. This will be relevant for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I've already shuffled this deck quite extensively, so I'm going to cut again, but what I'm doing here is a simple past, present, and future 3-card pool around the energies of this full moon in Virgo happening tomorrow. This is a super moon. The moon will be close to the earth, and this, actually I think the closest it'll be all year, if I read that correctly. So basically, you'll be feeling this energy, and a lot of it is with Virgo, very physical, and all about connecting with the body, connecting with Mother Earth, and also Virgos can have a little bit of that heavy, analytical back and forth in their mind, which Geminis are used to and comfortable with, familiar with. A lot of heavy mental energy can happen with Virgo placements. So we're going to kind of dive in here and see from a past, present, and future standpoint, Gemini, what you are brewing up in terms of manifesting, because full moons are all about the release aspect of manifesting. So any messages around your romantic and love life and emotions that we can get some insight into around this Virgo full moon. So in your past position, you have King of Water. In your present, you have 4 of Air. And in your future, you have 2 of Earth. So Geminis, you might have dealt with a water sign in your past, in your romantic past, or someone who embodies the personality traits of compassion, respect. They're very cultured, trustworthy, it says here. But I see King of Water as somebody or someone who is, as a lover, can be super all in or very, very emotionally closed off. And their emotions run super deep, but they don't always feel comfortable showing that. So it says here, open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So Gemini, in your past, it's looking like there was someone in your romantic love life, or that you were very emotionally connected to, and with this King of Water, his arms are crossed, that maybe never really let you in, or wasn't emotionally available to you. And it might be, Gemini, that with your heavy intellect, sometimes it may be that you look for a partner to bring on waves of emotion that you can kind of play with in your mind. And what I mean by that is, you, as a Gemini, appreciate people who wear their heart on their sleeve. You appreciate people who lead by emotion. I think that intellectually really intrigues you, Gemini. And with lovers, you may be attracting folks who at first are these open books and very into you, and then you find that maybe they weren't as emotionally available as you needed them to be, Gemini. It looks like in your present, you have, with 4 of Swords, 4 of Air, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. When it comes to your love life, Gem, you might be looking for a deeper emotional connection. You might be looking for someone who fills you up and makes you feel before think. And it may have tired you out, Gemini. It's saying here that mentally, around this full moon, you're feeling extremely exhausted. And it looks like universe is asking that you take some sort of rest. I think here you've been wading in some pretty deep emotional waters, Gemini, and I think around this full moon you're being asked to come up for air. Maybe you had an ex who made you kind of feel like you were drowning, whether that be in your own emotions or in theirs. That's what I'm getting for this channeled message. Some of you feel completely emotionally drained, and as Geminis, you need to be firing on all cylinders. You're a high energy sign. When you're emotionally drained, you're automatically mentally drained. You're not one of those people who can who can go very far when someone is draining you emotionally, because you need a lot of a stability, Gemini, in your head and in your logic, in your mindset. Okay, so if someone has been draining you, you're starting to really feel the effects here in the present. In moving forward, you have Two of Pentacles. Too much going on at once, the need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. What's interesting is for any of you Geminis that were involved with a Taurus, they got playful from the romance angels. Maybe you were dealing with a Taurus who kind of has you drained. But here's the thing, Gemini, it's time for some releasing, as it always is on a full moon. But I think for you, it's time for some release around your idea of what love and romance looks like from an emotional capacity. How do you feel emotionally fulfilled? What can your partner do to fill you up emotionally? Because for Geminis, you're such a complex sign, and I have never really met, I have a lot of Gemini friends, but I've never met two who are exactly alike. And obviously, like, that's to be said for any individual, right? But I feel like with Geminis, there are a lot of layers to you. And I think partners get it wrong a lot. So this is saying that right now, Gemini, there's a lot going on in your present that if you don't take a break, you're going to continue forward in a place of imbalance, okay? So it looks like with Four of Air, there's some sort of answer that you need to get within yourself. If there's someone in your past or a past relationship that's still draining you of energy, my advice based on this two of Pentacles here moving forward, Two of Earth, it's time to choose the decision that makes you feel more grounded. It's if something is taking your attention and energy away from yourself, Gemini, the point of like you're this sleepy horse in the middle, this full moon is urging you to release that. Love should, in romantic relationships, should leave you feeling balanced. They should leave you feeling like a sense of recharge when you're with your romantic counterpart. They should not leave you feeling drained, Gemini. So that sounded like a very specific message for Geminis who have been with somebody a bit watery, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a water sign. They might have water in their chart though, is what I'm getting. Now for your romance angel card, I am being called to pull off top, so I'm cutting this again. This deck seems to like to be pulled off top. Okay. Engagement is your romance angel card, Gemini. It says here, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Gemini, here's what I'm going to say. Maybe for a select few of you, engagement is the literal sense. What I like to take out of this card is that you are being asked to manifest a love and focus on a love life that is about commitment and equal effort. Part of commitment is the commitment to your partner's well-being as it relates to the relationship. We're not responsible for someone else's well-being, but when you're in relationship with someone, their well-being should definitely be something that matters to you, and you should help to contribute to each other through commitment, okay, to have a partnership basically that instead of leaving you kind of like pulled in different directions, kind of feeling wibbly wobbly, if you will, you should both be committed, okay, to growing in the relationship in the same direction. Now, whether that's eventually to be married, right, or maybe that's not it. Maybe you just want to, maybe the end goal is just a long-term partnership. Maybe the end goal is to be with somebody who can help you with the Two of Pentacles here in your career, who can provide stability through, you know, finances, through career, through passion projects. Maybe you're really looking for somebody who's going to be a partner in business. But whatever that is, Gemini, this card is saying engage with people, engage, interact, give your attention to people who can commit to you, who can give you the same back that you give to them with this Two of Pentacles. Look for balance in people. Geminis, I know you like the excitement, okay? You like to be challenged, but it looks like for a lot of you in your past, someone was sucking the life out of you. And this full moon, I would urge you to release anyone or anything that sucks the life out of you, Gemini, and to engage instead with things that fill you up, and give you whatever level of commitment you're looking for. So happy full moon, Gemini.